Of course, there was the betrayal early on, where I was, doing things for another purpose as opposed to for love. And anyway, I didn't know that whole first year whether or not I would sort of end up being kind of good or bad, so to speak. And which was only fun because I got to play sort of on this line, which was interesting, But after that, obviously, we learned that she's amazing.
Not just good, but amazing. When the show first came out, something was funny. When the show first came out, there was a lot of comparisons to True Blood and other kind of shows, but then as the seasons evolved, it really became a unique brand that was unlike anything else. What do you think made the show stand out so much from other sci-fi series?
It had a good sense of humor. I really like that about Lost Girl.
Or Lauren in particular. Funny.
I think just the characters on the show and the relationships between them. Zoe and I were chatting a bit about this earlier, about how each cast member on the show certainly had a lot of their own personality, but the characters did too. Everyone was fully fleshed out, and it made it so wonderful to play off of each other that way. Everyone was a full character. So I think that resonated with audiences, right? Yeah. So that's what resonated with me.
It's a group of really generous actors too.
Yeah.
Which is hard to explain, but when you're in a scene with an actor who is as invested in sort of you and the scene's journey, as opposed to just, there are selfish actors who are just about figuring out how to make themselves look amazing in a scene, which is fine. But if you like that, I guess. But I do think we had a team of really generous actors. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, absolutely, because there'll be some actors who come on set and they know exactly how they're going to do it, and that's that. And you can change large or minute things about your performance, and nothing about what they do in reaction to you changes.
Right.
And I felt like we would all do things.
Yeah, we would really be in a scene
play
together.
off of one another.
Yeah, and we were invested.
Yeah.
Totally. We were invested in making it better all the time.
Yeah,
and helping each other.
Off-camera chemistry, I think, played into
Totally.
Big time.
And I think that's one of the unique things about the show too, because it's rare that you find a show where everybody gets along, still keeps in touch and everything.
Yeah.
Usually there's one person or you're friends with everybody, friendly or whatever, but to have an entire cast that actually bonds the way that we did was I think that also is a huge part of the success of the show.
Totally.
If you guys have questions, line up in the center aisle. We have a mic there. And while everyone gets lined up, what do you guys want Lost Girl to be remembered for? What do you think the story or the lesson is?
Anna?
Sex? That's good.
And I think just live the life you choose. Would be what I would say.
I mean, scissor already.
All right.
Way too much talk about scissoring today.
Hi. She thought it was funny too.
One of my favorite episodes is the finale, and Docubus Endgame, because obviously, but there's only two things I didn't like about it. Was that spoiler alert, that the demise of Tamsin, and there's no Ebony in it. So my question is for Emmanuel. What do you think happens with Ebony's story? Do you think she finds the cure and finds some hot human chick to ride off into the sunset?
Are you talking about my character?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't in the finale.
Yeah.
I was, and then somehow magically got written out of it. I was like, oh, that's fine. I was a little disappointed with that. I am not gonna lie, because I was like, well, it doesn't really wrap up my character in any way. And you know, you see me at a fundraiser, we'd have a little chit chat, and then it's like, okay, bye. And
I mean, bye.
Yeah. So, you know, I would have liked to have seen a better interaction with the rest of the cast in the sense of like bringing my character full circle in the, you know, in the relationships that we had, because she was sort of being brought into, like, I was starting to kind of work with you guys. I'm like trying to remember the end of the show now. It's been a while, but yeah, that would have been nice. Like I really would have liked a cleaner sort of exit, but I mean, it was clean, but it was just kind of abrupt and bizarre. Fast.
So, like, what would you be doing now as your character?
I think that Ebony bought a ranch somewhere. But it's more of a castle. Lots of horses. And she likes to shop online.
Projecting.
Kind of.
Okay, thank you. That was a great question. Thanks.
Hi.
God, just make it short. Hello.
Hi.
First off, for Bo, when you first stepped on screen, the first thing my daughter, she was like, at the time 4, the first thing she said was, "Dad, she could be Wonder Woman." So,
I like that.
Amazing.
I was voting for that hardcore. No offense to Gal Gadot. So that brought my question. If Marvel and or DC asked each one of you ladies to bring a hero to life with film, what character would that be?
Well, it's Wonder Woman for me, for sure.
My daughter would be disappointed if you weren't.
Yes. I loved Wonder Woman, and I was her every day for one whole summer. I just was very serious about it, and I just think she's
This year.
This year, summer.
It was
It was a little strange.
But yeah, she's a pretty iconic character, so I would say Wonder Woman.
I don't know. You can think about it and superhero.
It could be a villain.
Wait, remember He-Man? I don't want to be
Shira!
But Shira?
I would be Batman. And like not that girl, Batman. Well, if it has to be the Marvel DC, definitely I think Catwoman.
I think there's an opportunity there.
But if I could be something else outside of that world, it would be like, you know, remember Gem and the Holograms?
Truly outrageous.
I have this Gem sleeping bag. Did you? I still have it actually. I had every, like, the Gem dolls, and then I had Misfits. I didn't even know what Gem was. I think my mom like inherited it, and then I became obsessed with Gem.
What was it, like the super amazing? I forget the.
Truly outrageous.
Really outrageous.
Close enough.
Do you want me to sing it? Yeah. What about you? What superhero? Are you Marvel or DC?
My family is divided. So I am gray. I walk the line of both because I love me some Batman. I also fell in love with Robert Downey Jr. So I feel like if I was to try to bring a character to life, it would be the totally underrated Namor the Submariner.
Ooh, interesting.
Because like there's something about an Atlantic with an attitude that is on level with Thor, but not as cocky. That is just amazing to me.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Hi. You look great.
Thank you. What was the funniest moment on the set of Lost Girl?
What was what?
Funniest moment?
The funniest?
Oh god.
The funnest moment.
funnest.
Or maybe seen the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's too many.
Well, we were talking the other day about Brazenwood, that episode, because it was so effing hot. I've never been that hot on set.
No.
We would literally come in at lunch and just like peel, I would like lay on the ground and just like peel my pants off my body and then like put them over the AC because they were just like soaking wet. Like we were just sweat. It was awful.
What episode was this?
It was like where we went into Brazenwood, that like weird little town.
It was like a western kind of.
Yeah.
I was probably making some science at the.
An award you were given. She was. Oh, that's right. In Brazenwood, I was late coming to
go.
Oh,
to
you
an
were drunk
awards
over a horse
show.
or something, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a donkey.
That was an amazing scene. You were awesome in that scene. But I always liked anything between you and I.
That
Because-
scene where I feel like we took that awkwardness so much farther than
Which
they
scene?
actually. Remember when Dice and her were having sex and we were sitting outside? We took it so much farther than they actually did.
And then, didn't I put my hand on your lap or something?
We could have done that for hours.
I know. We were having our own totally self-indulgent
Right time, yeah.
Thank
So
you.
Hi.
So one of the great pleasures of watching Lost Girl is that absolutely everyone on the show dresses really, really well. So what's the wardrobe like, and did you have any highlight outfits from your characters?
Ooh, favorite outfits.
These are Bo's boots.
It's still like tape on them. I have tape marks from. Well, we put tape on our boots on set. Anyway, whatever. I keep a lot of monster butt in these.
Now you have to explain that. You can't just say we put tape on our boots and move on.
Yeah, why do we put tape on these boots though?
Well, generally for noise.
for noise. That's why they put like pads
On the bottom, so that when you're walking
over
over your
I
lines.
have a lot of Bo's clothes.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
they
take a
did.
lot of Lauren's clothes. I know, weird. I know.
Tams stuff. You have
Do you have
jackets.
Tamsin things?
Yeah, there was a black leather jacket that I wore in the first episode of our last season that was really, really cool. I loved that jacket. That was probably one of my favorite outfits. Which I think is my least favorite outfit. I actually hated that turquoise jacket that I wear in the third season. Or the third season. So my first season. And it was a good lesson for me because I remember in the wardrobe thinking like, ugh, that is the ugliest jacket I've ever seen. And then they chose it, and I was like, ugh. And then it ended up looking great on screen, and everyone loved it. And so now I just keep my mouth shut and we're joking.
And Emmanuel, you had so many great clothes.
I was always like, that's probably one of, other than Smallville, I think they dressed me really well on that, and everything was designer. But on Lost Girl, it was like I'd walk in and they did such an amazing job of finding like, you know, designer pieces and things. And I mean, I loved I had like leather jackets and great boots and that Vivienne Westwood gold and black dress, which I couldn't breathe in, by the way. It was like, because it was corseted, so it was like they would tie me into it. Couldn't go to the bathroom, nothing. It was really uncomfortable. But TMI. But like, who cares?
How did you go to the bathroom?
Let's talk about And the time came.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
So, with your characters in Lost Girl, do you like identify with them in any way? And if you do, like how so? Like, are there any parts of the character that you identify with?
Are there any parts of the character that
Like
we...
her characteristics or things like that?
That you any parts of the character that they could identify with as people?
personally, yeah.
Yeah, personally?
Yeah.
That's a good question because sometimes as actors, you know, you try to find the similarities and sometimes you don't. So were there any parts of the characters that touched you guys personally?
I feel like the more again that I mean, I tend to have a very dry, sarcastic sense of humor myself, anyways. So it's sort of like I don't know if that was their intention to write to that because I don't think they knew me that well before, you know, I started doing the show. So, and they were writing that way for me from the beginning, but I think they played into it a little bit more as the show went on. But I feel like that the sense of humor that she had and sort of the dark kind of wit is closer to, you know, my personality and melting people. If only. If only, Rachel.
Because it got melted.
Okay. I was trying to pull the old no finger gag.
I was like, I can't even believe that's what happened just now.
But as my friend, you step in and you say no.
Yeah. No, she didn't. She did this.
It doesn't bend down far enough, so then last minute I chose this.
at the 11th hour.
So clearly, I identify with Tamsin's awkwardness.
Thank
How
you so
about you?
much. God, I'm totally awkward. That's all I am. Yeah, Dr. Laura, she's kind of nerdy and sort of sciencey. And I never liked science at all in high school, and I stopped doing it as soon as you could. Like the minute that you didn't have to, that's when I stopped. But I'm totally kind of nerdy, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
You now you have to you gotta follow. You can't
That's
just,
like a lose-lose question.
you can't just stop there. You gotta go nerdy, but
You're
but
nerdy,
so-
but no, but nerdy's good. Nerdy's good. And
Bo is like, I very much identify with Bo. I think
Go on. Is it the promiscuity?
is extremely promiscuous. No. I think that I always felt like a little bit of an outsider at times and sort of trying to figure out who she was. I think pretty much anyone can identify with that, but that resonated for me with Bo, for sure.
thank you. Hi.
Hi, I don't have a question so much as a shout out, and it's from Queensland, Australia. It's from 4Chads, who runs Silk Site and runs a lot of your sites. And she wanted me to say hello, give you a virtual hug, and say you have just, the Law School show has completely transformed her life. And I am videotaping this so I can send it to her and said I did this. And she just says big love.
Thank you. Big love back. And she's in Australia? So they should have a Lost Girl convention in Australia. That'd be good for those in Australia. And you guys. Hi.
A question about your makeup. How is it always so perfect? Your makeup people had to have been awesome because your just eyeshadow was just gorgeous.
And with all that making out, the makeup looked good still.
Hot one day, and I mean, it just seemed amazing. So I was shouting
Well, that's
out to the
really,
makeup
you
people.
know, our amazing makeup team. I mean, they were incredible. And, you know, your makeup is touched up a lot on set before they film any part of you.
Oh my God! Every single time you shoot a scene, they call finals, and then the whole team of people run in, and
They're like adjusting.
And they're
this.
Yeah, like every little thing.
And that's before every single, sometimes in the middle of a take, they'll just come out and go, hang on a second.
Sometimes you wake up at night and they're just there.
I slept with mine every night. I mean, but you know what? A lot of people don't think about that. Like a hair and makeup team, obviously they're there to make you look your best. And on Lost Girl, you know, to make us all look very beautiful because it was that kind of a show. But makeup,
Sorry, I have I have so many things going through my head.
makeup and hair, but particularly makeup, really tells a story as well. So our hair and makeup team was really good at letting that be part of a story. You know, if someone needed to be flushed, we were flushed. I mean, like it really helps tell a story, and you don't really think about it until you see a show where they don't do that. When someone's having a breakdown but their gloss is perfect, it looks strange. And we didn't do that. Linda was really good about telling a story. So it takes a lot of skill.
I just want to say my favorite thing going on right now is the two people having a picnic. It's like they're sharing, I think, fries. And they have
When she got there,
amazing.
soda.
I love it.
Are you jealous?
I kind of want to join your picnic a little bit later. Home.
Hello.
I was just curious, in the episode where you guys have to play each other, how hard was it to, did you guys just know each other so well by then, or did you have to spend a lot of time studying each other's personalities and quirks and other stuff?
Well, you and I were the only two.
I wasn't in that episode.
You were not there, and you were not in the episode.
Well, I didn't play anybody from the show.
and neither did I.
I played a total lunatic.
Yeah, and I played the guest star that had to play me. So, but I can say, you know, that episode was
so much pressure to play you.
Yes, and he was so stressed out about it.
Yes.
Because he came to me after, like, he was like, he's like, I've been watching, you don't do anything, you don't touch your face, you don't touch your hair, you don't do anything. Like, there's nothing I can take. And I was like, good luck. But he actually did a really great job.
Yeah, that was my
It was so much fun to watch everyone playing each other, and everyone kind of worked together and helped each other, and it was like, it was a weird episode, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Unless you were me.
Thank you.
Well, it was totally fun. I was terrified. I had to play that guy.
I know the crazy guy.
The crazy
I had
guy.
to play him for like, you had to play the crazy guy?
Yeah, he was.
In real life crazy?
Well, no, he wasn't actually crazy. I'm sure he was lovely, but the character he was playing, I got a little clip of his audition. I didn't even meet him. I just got a little clip of his audition, so I had 30 seconds of him just wigging out in his audition. And they were like, so that's what, can you do that? Well, I tried. But then they wrote like 7 scenes of that. And I was doing all this stuff, and I was stabbing people in the neck. It was insane for a whole episode. And I just had to not think about it. Like, I couldn't get self-conscious. I just had to go for it. But I was like, mortified. If I'm honest.
But it ended up being one of the most popular episodes.
Oh, I mean, I was extraordinary.
Hi.
Hi. I have a question about the same episode, actually. Bo, how did you learn your Southern accent? And if you ever have to do another one, can you give me a call? I'll help you out.
I think I would need help. Just a little bit. My accent was pretty hefty. It was.
I enjoyed it. It was a mix between like,
It was a little much.
Southern. I don't know how those combined, but I liked it.
I had a little creative license there, I think. So, yes, what did I do? I worked one day with an accent coach just to get a few things down. But it was more than the accent. It was about playing him, you know, like this really kind of rugged guy. So that really plays into the accent as well. Thank you. I will look you up. Hi.
So, if you could choose any Fae power, what would you choose?
If you could choose any power, what would you choose? What would you choose?
I think I'd be a siren. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Siren?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like Vex's power.
Yeah.
I actually call my husband a Valkyrie whenever he puts doubt in me about things. He does it all the time. Not about serious things, by the way. Just say, you're being a Valkyrie. He's speaking, so. All right, keep going. Yes. Vex?
Yeah. Okay, 2 for that. That's good. Thank you. So everybody here obviously is passionate about Lost Girl. What are you guys, like what shows are you watching? What are you, really into at the moment?
Walking Dead.
Always.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm right into it. She's saying she hasn't seen the finale, right?
Okay. Don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen the last couple of episodes. I don't want to.
I mean, it's
somebody
derailed.
please.
That's true, but I still.
And actually, too, I was thinking, Walking Dead. No, it started off.
But it's okay. I just finished watching Big Little Lies, which is not sci-fi in any way, but it was really good. Did you guys see
I wanted to see that. I downloaded the trailer and I was like, okay.
It's so good. It's 8 episodes. Is it? It's amazing.
Dark matter.
And dark
Your, hold on.
He's giving you the finger. I know, surprise, surprise.
There's a lot of people there.
What
I said there's a lot of people there. Surprised?
Where are you right
I'm in the bar.
Yeah.
Yes, at a LGBTQ con. Yes, I'm with the rainbows and the unicorns this weekend.
Does anybody have a question for Vex while we have him? A Vexy Vexer? Okay, here comes one.
Okay, go ahead.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
How many drinks have you had? That's what the question is.
Come a little closer.
I'm like, hi.
Okay, so my question for you is, what?
Hang on a minute. What do you say?
What was your favorite thing that you did as Vex to the other characters?
To the characters or the human beings?
Both!
Because if it's the human, well, if it's both, clearly the human beings would be spiking Rachel's goblet. Or brimming Rachel's goblet. That was definitely. And then the other one would just be fucking with Chris Holder's head all the time. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a great impromptu panel guest. Are you guys happy about that? Thank you to Rachel for that. Thank you.
You're amazing.
She's gonna take all the credit, even if Zoe had something to do with that. Hi.
Where was the T-Rex earlier, Rachel? So the T-Rex earlier.
Oh, she's a T-Rex! She was wearing this inflatable T-Rex. Yes, except there was no like air hole, so you could just see that like it was getting hotter and hotter inside the chair. I was like, "Are you feeling faint? Are you okay?" You were a trooper.
Thanks. So my question was is there another character that you think your character would be in a relationship with? If there was a character that your character would be in a relationship with, besides the one you got, would you choose someone else? Or just you, like if you were crushing on another character? For everyone?
It's a group question. It's an all play.
So who would you be in a relationship with? Your character. Someone who you weren't already in a relationship with, I'm assuming, on the show?
Yeah, like who would you ship your character with? Oh, what would the name be?
Or very into myself, so that would be one. Love me. I want to say Vex, just because it was such a disjointed, dysfunctional relationship, and even though he ended up being my son, but we didn't know that till later. Details.
It wouldn't have mattered in the moment.
I forgot about that part. Scratch Vex off the list. I'm just gonna stick with myself. I think that's the safest thing.
In the face of incest, stick with yourself.
Okay, what relationships do you want to see that,
Oh, I got my end game. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Is anyone else that Bo would be involved with?
Rachel involved with everyone.
Enough's enough.
I could have a small pool for you to choose from of those who are
I mean,
not
leave
in a
some
relationship.
for others.
I don't know. Share. I set everyone free.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, is this one more question here? Okay, we're gonna do one more question, then we're gonna do the auction, so you guys get ready.
guess. What do you do if you throw like a water bottle on the floor and your dad didn't even know the sound, and then it thought if you had a dog, and then you thought the dog peed.
Zoe, you first.
Anna should be able to translate.
You drop a water bottle on the floor, but you tell your dad that the dog peed. What would you do?
Zoe, you first.
Did this happen to you? It's an excellent question. And right.
I think that.
Would you tell your dad that you dropped your water bottle, or would you say that the dog
Would I
peed?
say that I peed? I think I would tell the truth. I think I would tell the truth because the truth will set you free.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
horrible
hat.
as that was.
It's really cute. Okay, you guys, let's, if we can, let's bring up the house lights a little bit. And
You didn't give me an
let's
allowance.
see.